All right. So if you are watching this now, we are just finished our first meetup for money wound healing that I plan on having at least once a month. And we just did a smudge for the collective. Consider yourself to be a part of that. We've just been smudged and cleansed. So go ahead and take a moment now and just root and ground yourself. If you have a moment that you're able to grab something and smudge yourself before you start this ceremony, you're more than welcome to do that. But we went ahead and we are now adding your energy back into that retrospectively. Aho, I say. Okay. So now we're just going to go ahead and open up our sacred medicine space, or as we like to call that, casting your circle of protection around you. We are inviting our ancestors, our spirit guides, our spirit animals, any deities that we are working with that have to do specifically with wealth and abundance, calling in our rightful money frequency into our life at this time. I'm going to be working with the goddess Lakshmi as well as my ancestors and spirit guides. And you're able to do that now. Call in whoever it is that you're working with and ask them to be here with us. I'm going to use my rattle today to call in the energies. Speaking to all of the spirits in the south, in the west, in the north, and the east, to our mother, goddess, Gaia, Mother Earth below us, to the sun, to the moon, to all of our divine spirit teams, to the divine creator who is of many names and even names yet unknown, asking all of our angels and guides to be with us now, to shine your light down on us, to guide this path to money wellness, to illuminate those things that you are showing to us that are meant for us, to the messages that were meant for us to hear, not only today but always. Guide us and protect us. Amen. I say, aho. Okay, so on top of those that we spoke to already and the guides that you're asking to call in, we also speak to the new moon energy, asking Luna, be here with us today. We thank you so much. Thank you so much for shining the way for us always. Whether you are in your dark phase, whether you are in your full phase, whether you are in your phases in between, we thank you now as a symbolism of femininity, as a symbolism of Mother, Maiden, and Crone. We ask you to be here with us in your new moon energy. Activate for us a new chapter when it comes to money. Activate for us the closing of the previous lifetimes that we've been in, the previous frequencies that we've been in when it comes to money. We are no longer accepting our engineered smallness. We are no longer accepting unright programming and all of the guidance that we received that was wrongful. We ask you to charge that up for us now in your new moon energy. Thank you so much in advance. Aho, I say. And now we call in the spirit of the solar eclipse, speaking directly to the solar eclipse energy, calling that in for us now. You showed me a vision of you yesterday burning away all of the layers that don't belong to us, all of the layers that have been keeping us away from our rightful frequency when it comes to wealth and abundance, when it comes to expansion and stepping into who we really are. Help to burn away those layers now, as you have shown me. Step in now and activate everyone who is putting their energy into this ceremony today. We call on you now. We thank you in advance. Amen. I say, ho. Okay. Feeling in their energy being called. I feel them in their presence now, as well as the presence of your spirit guides and the deities that you guys have called on as well. I see them all in a big circle around us. Thank you. Okay, so what now I'm going to do is to drum for a little while. So I'm going to go into a shamanic journey. specifically to activate this new chapter for all of us. For all of you that might be different, it is going to be something that's going to be embedded in your DNA and run your up and down your spine for the remainder of the time that we're in this eclipse portal. So starting from yesterday and going until we go to the lunar eclipse, which I believe is November 9th, but please, I will correct that in the comments if I have that date wrong. So at the entire time that we're in the portal, this is going to continue embedding itself and running up and down your spine and just going to all of your cells to help to elevate you on the cellular level to your next phase when it comes to your wealth and abundance and expansion. Big, heavy energy on that expansion. What I keep seeing is that we're all shrunk in this comfort level. It's putting us in this small bubble, and it's time for us to grow that bubble and grow that light and expand that more. And that is actually going to include the money energy that we're calling in. Okay, so Alana just had to leave as well. All right. If you guys are inclined to, go ahead and close your eyes and take a journey with me. Go ahead and go into meditative state. See if you receive any messages from your guides, if you see any visions, if you hear any voices, if you just feel a sense coming over you, just take note of that. And if you have a journal with you or close by after you're done, write down any messages that you've got. And I'll go ahead and tell you everything that I see once I am done as well. Okay, and here we go. Okay, when you're ready, come back. Okay, so for those of you who are still here, and if you're watching this replay, do this. I just need you to do the same thing. I need to blow this into my hands, and then in a minute, I'm going to need you to put your hands up towards me. Okay, receiving. Okay, and then I say, aho. Oh, thank you. Okay. Ooh, that was big. I got emotional. All right. So first what happened is I fell into a portal, a never-ending chasm. Like I was just falling and falling and falling forever in the darkness. I was like, okay, so this is this is big, and I just kept falling and falling, and then I finally landed, and I landed in my desert where I usually can see all of the guides and spirit guides of people that I'm working with, and so it was huge, this huge crowd of ancestors and spirit guides just all gathered around us, and then up at the forefront were these like four like goddesses, like elder women that were just regal and gorgeous and just like different cultures and these long wavy hair. Some of them had like veils over their heads. Some of them had like the, you know, the bindis on their forehead. They were just different, and they just were gorgeous, adorned in gold and glittering and lace. And so they welcomed me, and then I like fell into the water, and the water put me into the forest. And then I went into my sacred garden. I met with my animals, and my horse was like, come on, we're going to go into our portal. So my portal is where I go and send energy to multiple people at once. And so I went in there and I saw the abundance coming to us like this big wave, and it just kept coming. It was like literally like watching the waves coming in at the beach. Like you're waiting for the tide to come in. I'm watching it. The wave was like coming closer and closer. So I had to locate all of you guys on the grid. It was like, okay, there's a dot, there's a dot, there's a dot. Okay, there's someone else joining, there's someone else joining. And everyone that joined made like a dot on the grid. And then the wave just whoosh, just like washed over all of us, just like came in as a tidal wave and washed over all of us. Like, okay. So I did that part. And I came out of the portal, and then I was in my garden, and then you all were there. And then one by one, I had to cut a cord from the back of you. Like everybody had a cord in your back that went far, far back. Sometimes some of you guys just to your past in this lifetime, some past lifetimes, some were created and connected to ancestors, to generations. And so I had to cut everybody's cord, and then you guys all got the rope from your cord, and you held it out in your hands, and we were all in like a circle. We all took a turn, and we all put our cord into the fire, and we just dropped that right into the fire. Like, this is no longer for us. We don't want this anymore. And then when we were all done, and the last person to put their cord in the fire got huge. This became this giant, tall bonfire, and the smoke just went right up to the heavens. It just was like, you could just tell it was like going right up to the heavens, and they were receiving, and they were supporting our prayer and what we were asking for and what we were releasing and giving to the fire. It's like, okay, so now that was done. So now then each one of you, my guides went around, your guides went around, different beings, galactic beings, angels, just went and touched the top of your crown, and then you guys received your download going right down your spine. They were just like touch, 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 and everybody got that activation right in their DNA. And then some of us came together back in a circle, and they drew a spiral on your hand in like green, like maybe like plant matter maybe, but then it glowed yellow, like a yellowish white light. And we had spirals on our hands, and then we all we put them towards the middle of the circle, and then we put them towards each other, and we all had our hands, everybody had someone on both of your hands, that we just closed our eyes and just sent energy and activated that for them. So we got activated, then we helped to activate everyone else, and we just did that in a circle. And I'm getting goosebumps, and it just like I could feel all this energy. So then they came and they gave me mine and touched my head and put that in my DNA, and I had all this energy that was like coming out of my mouth. It was like overflowing. And I was like, what do I do with all this energy that's overflowing? And they're like, blow it in your hands and give it out. Just give it to everyone who's who's here in attendance and who's watching this, and just send it out to everybody and tell them to receive it. I was like, okay, all right. So I'm going to come out of Journey, and I'm going to do exactly what they said. So I blew all that energy right into my palms and just sent it right into you guys for you to receive and take the overflow of all of that energy. And I don't know why it's making me so emotional. And take the overflow of that energy right into your hands, and have that activated for you. So if you guys want to share your overflow with anybody else as well, if you feel that overflow, you can share that with others as well. So I'm sorry that that's like choking me up. I didn't expect that. So anybody want to share what you received? If you want to wait for me to turn off the recording to share, I can do that, because this is just for everybody so that they could participate in the ceremony. So if anyone wants to share on recording, I'll give you a chance to do that. But if not, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Okay. Thank you guys so much. For those of you who are tuning in to the replay, I hope that you guys got something big with your journeys and your meditation. If not, go back through it again. Go smudge, get grounded, get ready, and watch it all over again, and be ready to receive that. And feel free to leave in the comments if you guys want to share what you did see, or if you have any questions. Bye-bye for now. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and stop this recording. Did I stop it? Stop recording. Are you sure you want to stop recording too?